How a rogue group of ex-priests used Jesus' secret teachings to manifest a life of abundance by using this simple 15-minute daily habit. Your kids are much happier without you. They told me that they don't even want to see you and that just being around you makes them miserable. When I saw those words come across the screen of my iPhone, felt like I'd been kicked in the gut. That text was from my ex-wife's new husband. The man who isn't even the father of my kids is now raising them in my place. The man that my kids preferred to live with over me. The worst part is that I knew he was right. I don't know if it was a midlife crisis or what. But I couldn't get my act together. It was as if a little rain cloud was following me around like you see in the cartoons. I looked at the pictures of my kids on the wall and I just lost it. There I was, a grown man laying on the floor of his studio apartment in the fetal position, crying like a baby. I couldn't bear the thought of another man raising my children. Especially when they didn't even want to visit me on the weekends anymore. The doorbell rang, but I couldn't even pull myself off the floor to answer it. At one point I was even laying in a pool of my own vomit and tears. But I was helpless. The only thing I could think about was my kids hating me. And that they preferred this guy as a father over me. But why would they want to spend time with me? Their new dad had everything they could ever want. He owned a successful business in town and had amassed millions. I suspect that's why my wife left me for him. Now they lived with him on his 80-acre horse ranch and went wakeboarding on his boat every weekend at the lake. I was barely scraping by as a mechanic at the Ford dealership. Working on cars that I couldn't even afford to buy. My studio apartment is pretty bare and I can't afford to take them out to do fun things when they come to visit. I was a loser in every sense of the word. This might sound strange, but that day was the turning point for me. Where my life went from more resembling a dumpster fire to me living my best life. And finally doing all the things I really wanted to do for my whole life. And I thank God every morning when I wake up. For letting the awful relationship with my kids open my eyes to a whole new world of possibilities. Because what happened next is one of the craziest stories you'll ever hear. My life took the most unexpected turn imaginable. And even though it's incredibly painful to relive that time of my life, I feel it's my duty to God to tell this story so that it may help others. That text led to a discovery that probably saved my life. Or at least gave me one worth living. And the story that followed is one fit for Hollywood. The good news is it can give you the same results with this simple 15-minute daily habit. All from the comfort of your own home. So that you can manifest the life you've always wanted to live. Instead of just settling for a life that you tolerate. Or in my case, one that you hate. Just imagine being able to repair the broken relationships in your life. Giving you a reason to live again. Or maybe for you, it's finally getting that raise that you've been waiting for. Erasing your never-ending anxiety about paying bills so you can finally feel at peace and sleep at night. Not to mention saying goodbye to that awful feeling in your gut. While you wait to see if your debit card is going to be declined at the grocery store. And wondering if you're going to have to do the walk of shame away from the register again. Picture waking up next to your soulmate every morning because you've finally gotten off the dating carousel and found the perfect partner for you. Ending the cycle of broken relationships and heartache for good. You'll be able to make up for lost time and finally see the places you've dreamed of visiting your whole life. If you've ever thought to yourself, this isn't how my life was supposed to turn out, then pay close attention to what I'm going to share with you today. Because this discovery is exactly what you've been waiting for your whole life, even if you didn't realize it. And as you'll see, it has nothing to do with meditation, expensive therapists, dangerous pills, prayer, the law of attraction, astrology, or any of that other woo-woo stuff. But instead, it has to do with a wave frequency in your brain. And in this video, I'm going to show you how you can change your brain frequency with this simple 15-minute daily habit, no work required. Keep watching to learn how I went from a suicidal deadbeat living in squalor. A person so pathetic that his own children preferred another man to be their father. To becoming a happy, successful person that was able to repair even the most broken relationships in my life. and lifting myself out the cycle of poverty that I was in. And how you can use it even if you've never considered yourself spiritual a day in your life. No matter how bad your life seems right now, I promise this solution can work for you. Imagine never feeling jealousy again. Because you feel like you got the short end of the stick in life. But instead leaving victim mode behind for good. And living a life that makes your friends, family, and colleagues jealous of you. Picture the look on their faces as you leave your cushy corner office at 10 a.m. Because your dream spouse is picking you up to head to the airport for your latest trip to Maui. You can only laugh as your colleagues tease you about taking another trip to the islands. While they are stuck behind holding down the fort again. This type of life is entirely possible thanks to this simple 15-minute daily habit. A habit so powerful that it was covered up by the church for over 2,000 years. Until a brave ex-priest uncovered secret teachings from Jesus Christ himself. Teachings that reveal how to reprogram your brain. So that you can manifest God's blessings into your life. Just like the miracles Jesus performed during his time on earth. But you don't need to be Jesus-like to manifest these blessings. As long as you have your hearing, you can manifest whatever you want in life. Just like Jesus did 2 centuries ago. Don't you ever wonder why some people seem to catch all the breaks, while others seem to have a rain cloud following them around all the time? Why do bad things happen to good people? Well, life may seem unfair. But I have good news for you today. I know this may sound too good to be true. But if Jesus could walk on water, heal a paralyzed person, and give a blind man sight, or do any of the other miracles that he manifested, then you can manifest a better life for yourself. I want you to start doing the simple 15-minute daily habit right away for at least 21 days straight. There is no doubt in my mind that when you add the simple 15-minute daily habit to your life, that you will be a fine-tuned manifestation machine ready to accept God's blessings just as it's meant to be. And I'm sure that, like me, you'll keep doing this simple 15-minute daily habit for life. But if for any reason, that turns out not to be the case, and you're not completely satisfied with your life after manifesting God's blessings into your life over the next year, simply shoot us an email. And we'll refund 100% of your investment, no questions asked. Which means that when you click the button below to place your order today, you're basically just signing up to take the God frequency on a test drive, along with the love frequency bonus track. And you've got a full year to experience what life can be like, before you have to decide if you want to continue using this simple 15-minute daily habit. I've decided to shoulder all the responsibility here so that I can help as many people as possible while this internet page still exists. Which probably won't be long. So click the button now and place your order with zero risk to you. Because you're backed by our 365-day 100% money-back guarantee. You are now at a crossroads. And you have a choice to make. You can ignore everything you've heard today and continue living life the way you have been. Accepting whatever the universe throws your way. Wishing you could do all the things you've really wanted to do with your life, while barely scraping by. And if that's the route you wanna take, then that's on you. But I think you and I both know that you landed on this page for a reason. So let me ask you something. If all the band-aid fixes like booze, revolving door relationships, job changes, and prescription drugs haven't transformed your life in the past, if it feels like you're constantly spinning your wheels, and you've already spent a few decades of your life feeling unfulfilled, then what's going to be different if you don't take action today? You and I both know that you're going to get the same results until you try something new. And I think that the fact that you're even here today is a clear sign that you need to try something new. And that something is the God frequency that I told you about. So click the button below and try it for yourself 100% risk-free for the next 365 days. Till here? I don't blame you. We covered a lot today. So I'm going to go ahead and answer some of the most common questions that we get about the God frequency. Q. I haven't been to church in years. Will the God frequency work for me? Yes. If you have your hearing and a set of earphones or earbuds, the God frequency will work for you. Even if you've never considered yourself spiritual a day in your life. Q. How come I've never seen the God frequency in the Bible? Jesus revealed the code for the God frequency in secret letters to his brother that have been covered up by the Church for over 2,000 years. I made it my life's mission to make this powerful tool available to you today. Q. I'm on the fence about buying the God frequency. Will it still be the same price next week? While I have no plans to raise the price of the God frequency, I cannot guarantee that this page will be here once you leave today. As I've mentioned, the Church has been hounding me about this and they do not want this information to be public. If you even think you might be interested, I'd advise you to claim your recording of the God frequency today. Plus, you're backed by a 1-year 100% money-back guarantee. So, you've got nothing to lose because I'm putting all the risk on my shoulders. Making this a no-brainer. Q. Are you really giving me the love frequency for free when I place my order? Yes. I normally charge $199 for this powerful track, but it's yours free when you place your order today. Combined with the God frequency, this order is worth well over $1,000, making this $37 offer a steal for anyone who lands on this page. Click the button below to claim yours today.